On any given Sunday, I ask you to think about, what do you think the largest Catholic church in our area is? And you might say that it's the cathedral downtown in Houma, maybe the co-cathedral downtown in Thibodaux. You might say that the largest Catholic church is one that you would look at maybe the size of the building or the size of the congregation that's there. But by far, the largest Catholic church in our diocese are those who have left the Catholic Church. 52% of those who are in what would be labeled as non-denominational churches are former Catholics who have left the faith for various reasons, searching for God, searching for something to give them meaning in life, looking to be fed. But in 39 years of our history, we find ourselves with the largest Catholic church being one that is no longer Catholic. And that's an interesting reality. It's one that draws us into an honest conversation together about us working together so that you and I can have a promising future full of hope. Not only do we want to have a conversation about those who acknowledge themselves to be Catholic, but let's even press further into the numbers and look at the mass statistics. In 2004, we began to take a count of all those who go to Mass every October, every Lent. Why October? Well, because the summer's over with, vacations are settled, the kids are back in school, and people are into a rhythm in October. We take Mass statistics during Lent because that's a time where people's spiritual attentiveness is kind of peaked and that their hunger for more brings them back to church. We take those Lent numbers, those October numbers, we put them together, and that gives us a number for the year. In 2004, 24% of Catholics in our area went to Mass on Sunday, which was 13% of the general population. Let's watch those Mass statistics kind of unfold for us now. In 2005, 25% of Catholics went to Mass. 2006, 24%. 2007, 8, 9. 2010, 23% of Catholics went to Mass. It's 11% of the total population. And as we continue to watch the numbers unfold as we tell the story, you'll notice that by 2015, 21% of Catholics went to Mass. That's 10% of the total population. Now, I want you to sit with that for a second. I want you to think about the reality of what those numbers tell us. Again, those numbers are people, those numbers are souls, but those numbers help us understand trends, and those numbers help us understand what's happening in our church and how we need to respond together. The total population of our area right now is 237,000. There's 24,000 people who proclaim themselves to be Catholic. 21% of them go to Mass on Sunday, which means that we evangelize 10% of the total population any given weekend. That means that 90% of the general population in South Louisiana considers the teachings, the sacraments of the church to be disconnected from their lives or irrelevant to the path that they're on. You think about that. Think about all the people who are working hard for God in the Catholic Church. You think about all the resources that we have been entrusted with that we share so generously. You think about the great story that's been passed on to us. And every weekend, 90% of the people in our area are disengaged from that story. As we continue, in summary, at this stage of the story, in the last 38 to 39 years, we've dropped from 67% to 48% Catholic. We find ourselves currently only evangelizing 10% of the population and surrounded by 90% of the population that considers the teachings of the church and the mysteries that are ancient and 2,000 years old, but yet ever more relevant today than ever, to be disconnected from their lives.